From the mists of time emerges a tale that has captivated imaginations for over 1,000 years. But behind the gleaming swords and magical encounters lies a mystery that has puzzled historians for centuries. Who was the real King Arthur? Our story begins not in a grand castle, but in the chaos of 5th century Britain. The mighty Roman Empire had withdrawn its forces in 410 CE, leaving the British Isles vulnerable to Saxon raiders from across the sea. In this time of darkness, legends tell of a warrior so exceptional that his name would become the measure of greatness itself. The first whisper of Arthur's name appears not in tales of his own glory, but in praise of another warrior. An ancient Welsh poem called the Gododin speaks of a fierce fighter named Gwardur, saying that while he was skilled in battle, he was no Arthur. Just imagine, a hero so renowned that merely speaking his name could paint a picture of unmatched prowess. But here's where our tale takes an unexpected turn. While we picture Arthur in a medieval castle surrounded by knights in shining armor, the real Arthur, if he existed, would have been something quite different. He would have been a Celtic warlord, fighting with weapons of iron and bronze, leading his men against Saxon invaders in the hills and valleys of ancient Britain. The Arthur we know today was born not on a battlefield, but in the imagination of a 12th century writer named Geoffrey of Monmouth. Like a master weaver, Geoffrey took threads of Celtic myths, fragments of Latin histories, and whispered tales passed down through generations to create something entirely new. Under his pen, a mysterious warrior became a mighty king, and a simple fortress called Caerleon transformed into a magnificent court. The magical sword we know as Excalibur began as the Celtic weapon Caladfwlch. The mystical advisor Merlin was inspired by a Welsh bard named Merlin. Even Camelot itself evolved from earlier tales, as storytellers added their own flourishes to the legend. Perhaps the most fascinating addition came from the French poet Wace, the Round Table. This brilliant symbol of equality and fellowship wasn't just furniture, it was a revolutionary idea. In a world obsessed with hierarchy and position, Arthur's table made everyone equal, from the mightiest knight to the most humble warrior. The truth about King Arthur may be forever lost to history, but perhaps that's exactly why his legend endures. In every age, we reshape his story to reflect our own hopes and dreams. He transforms from a Celtic warrior to a chivalrous king, from a symbol of resistance to an emblem of justice and equality. So when we ask if King Arthur was real, perhaps we're asking the wrong question. His true power lies not in historical fact, but in his ability to rise again and again in our imagination, inspiring each new generation to seek their own round table. I hope you have enjoyed listening to this fascinating tale. For more historical folklore, please check out our channel and subscribe to be first to receive these amazing historical tales. Till next time, rediscover history with Legends Unearthed.